A lot of games in recent memory have failed to live up to our expectations. Fallout 76 was a massive disaster on Bethesda's part, with the game essentially nothing but a skeleton of promises attached to the Fallout name, and the very recent Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remastered left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. But there hasn't been quite a failure such as Cyberpunk 2077. For those that don't know what Cyberpunk 2077 is, in which case, why did you click on this video and were you born literally just this year? But here's a little backstory on the game. Teased all the way back in 2013, Cyberpunk 2077 was set to be CD Projekt Red's next generation masterpiece. This, along with The Witcher 3, was looking to cement CD Projekt Red's name in the history books as one of the greatest developers of all time. After the 2013 reveal, it essentially went dark until campaigning and advertising finally kicked up with a trailer at E3 2018. With more trailers came the release date of April 16th, which was then delayed to September of 2020. Then the second delay happened, with it being delayed until November, and then the last delay was until December. With comments of crunch work and overworking staff and developers, this was looking to be a rocky start for Cyberpunk. However, a few days from release, leaked gameplay footage showed a buggy, glitchy, and unfinished game. Many people, including myself, assumed it was someone using leaked footage of a really old build to spark hate around the game's launch. However, when the game released, we found that it was way worse than we thought. Bugs were rampant, and in previous console generations, the game was essentially unplayable. Players were outraged, and rightfully so. We were essentially lied to and sold a false product, pushed out by businessmen for money, and from developers who were not given enough time to complete their vision. In the aftermath of this, CD Projekt Red's stock dropped $1.8 billion, and they had multiple lawsuits filed against them from their stockholders due to false promises and stockholders essentially being lied to in the advertisement and the development of the game. Cyberpunk was pulled from digital stores, and essentially this was the biggest failure in gaming history. Now, let's look at what they actually have been doing to fix this. There have been multiple patches to try and fix the game, and the team over at CD Projekt Red, they've been very good at being transparent post Cyberpunk with patches, fixes, and content updates. Currently, I personally really enjoy the game. Doesn't mean I don't condemn whoever made the decisions at CD Projekt Red that led to Cyberpunk's horrendous launch, but in the current state it's in, it's an at least enjoyable experience. While I do have my issues with the game, if you take out the bugs, it's a decent enough game. Obviously, there are still many issues with how I think they handle certain aspects, and with side content specifically I have a major issue with, but that's not what we are here to talk about. However, I will be talking about it in a future Cyberpunk review I will eventually do with the next gen release early this year, or early next year whenever you're watching this video. I don't know when you're doing it, just it'll be here, it'll be probably on the channel, or it's coming. Just wait. But back to the updates, many patches were thrown out, and the main lawsuits being thrown at CD Projekt Red's way have only recently looked towards a settlement. It gives me the idea that CD Projekt Red is going for a clean slate for 2022, which I'm not particularly surprised about. Recently as well, the stocks for CD Projekt Red have rose, but that's not the biggest thing. The biggest part of this whole comeback is the previously mentioned next-gen version of Cyberpunk releasing in the first quarter of 2022, which has been pushed to be a major update for the game. And honestly, I think this is shaping up to be a mini relaunch slash reboot of the game, and the vision the developers were enveloping when they originally set out to create Cyberpunk 2077. This, along with the recent rise in positive reviews and the player counts, it seems that Cyberpunk might be revived, and I'm quite excited to see it. Are you excited for all this, and what do you think of Cyberpunk currently? What do you think of CD Projekt Red? Will you play the next gen version? Tell me your thoughts down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video talking about this black sheep in the gaming industry, and hopefully you'll enjoy my eventual review of Cyberpunk and the next gen upgrade. I hope you all have a good day, and goodbye.